So, good morning, students. So, say your prayer. Yeah, thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் இருந்து முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students. So, take your social science book. Yeah, take page number 163. So, today we will discuss geography. Yeah, so already we have completed civics. Yeah, so there are how many lessons in civics? Yeah, 2 lessons in civics. So we have completed the 2 lessons. So lastly we discussed about the political party. So I hope you understand, you have knowledge about political parties now. So the various political parties in India. Okay, so now today we will move to the geography. So the third unit. So already we have discussed the 2 unit in geography. So the earth different future. So the land future we have discussed in the second lesson. And in the first lesson we have discussed about the interior of the earth, the crust, mantle, core, volcano, earthquake, and etc. Then in the second lesson we have discussed about the different landform, so formed by the natural forces. Okay, in today's class we will discuss about the population and settlement. So the human population. So where humans lived in a place, so that is called as settlement. So population means so nothing but so people, so number of people in a particular region, it is called as population. So settlement means so people live in a particular place, so that is called as settlement. So the place where the people live so that is called as settlement. So we discuss about population and also settlement in this lesson. So learning objectives. So what are you going to learn from this lesson? To know about human races and their classification. So human races. So what do you mean by race? So to know about human race and their classification. Then to learn about the different religion. So we are following different religion now. Some are Hindus, some are Muslims, some are Christians are there now. You know about different types of religion, so practiced by human society. Then to know about the major languages. So there are thousands of languages spoken in world. So we will learn about some of the important languages. So some of the languages so which are commonly speak by the people, so which are more common. So we will learn about the major languages. Then to know about the favorable condition for settlements. So human settlement is not widely distributed. So it was not seen in all area. So the factor so that support the human settlement. So for example, so human population was seen mostly in the tropical region only. So if you go to polar region, so there is no human settlement. So that type of condition, so that type of favorable condition, so we will learn about that. Then to understand the rural and urban settlement, so we will learn about the rural and urban settlement. Then finally about the so classification of settlement. So commonly it was classified as under rural and urban, and apart from that so settlements are classified into various steps. So what are they? So you will learn in this lesson. So in learning objectives you will learn about the human races and their classification, then different religions, then major languages, then the favorable conditions for the settlement, then understand the rural and urban settlement. So finally about the classification of settlements. So in learning objectives, so in this lesson you are going to learn about the different types of human races and different religions and the major languages spoken in world, then the conditions so that support settlement, then the settlements classified into 2 types, that is rural and urban settlement. You will understand about that. Then finally about the so classification of settlements, you will learn about the classification of settlements in this lesson. Introduction. Population geography is a study of demographic phenomena. So demography means changing number of birth, death, disease, etc. in a community over a period of time, and the scientific study of these factors. Okay, so demography means so changing in the number of birth, death, disease, etc. in a community over a period of time, and the scientific study of these characters is called as demography. So population geography is a study of demographic phenomena which includes natality. So natality means number of birth every year for every 1,000 people in a population. So natality means number of births every year for every 1,000 people. So number of birth for every 1,000 people in a year in a population. That is called as natality. So morality. So morality means a system of moral principles followed by a particular group of people. So morality means a system of moral principles. So followed by a particular group of people. So population geography is nothing but the study of demographic phenomena, includes natality, morality, growth rate, etc. through both space and time. So through both space, that is in a particular place and in a particular period. So in a particular place, in a particular period, so particular region and at a particular time. So you will learn, you will study about the number of birth, number of death and other factors. That is the growth rate and their principles and their moral principles. So that is called as population geography. Okay, va? Increase or decrease in population indicates the population distribution and growth. So increase or decrease in population. So there may be an increase in population. If the birth rate increase means, so there is a increase in population. If death rate increase means, so there is a decrease in population. It indicates the population distribution and growth. So increase or decrease in population indicates population distribution and growth. Then the study of movements and mobility of population is called migration. So the study of movement, that is, so people move from place to place. So for various purposes. So maybe for job activities. Okay, so maybe for business activities, for maybe for education, so or for any other purpose. So they move from place to place. So that movement, so the study of that movement and the mobility of population is called as migration. Races. So races means, what do you mean by race? A car race, bike race? Yeah, not like that, ma. It is a human race. So race means, so one of the main group that human can be divided according to their physical differences. So race means, so nothing but, so one of the main group, so that human can be divided according to their physical difference. So based on their physical appearance, so humans are divided into various race. So race has been defined as a biological grouping within the human species. So race is nothing but biological difference. So within the human species. So if you see the human physical appearance, it is different. So say for example, can you compare an African person with an European person? They are totally different now. So their color, their physical appearance, so their hairstyle, so all are entirely different. So that is the race. So that is the difference. So the race is a group of people with more or less permanent distinguished characteristics that are inherited. So the race is a group of people with more or less permanent distinguished characteristics that are inherited. So inherited means, to have equalities, so physical features, etc., that are similar to those of your parents, grandparents, etc. So inherited means, so the physical qualities, the physical appearance, so that are similar to those of your parents, grandparents, etc. So your physical appearance, your physical characters, and some characters are similar to that of your parents or grandparents. So that is inherited. So the most widely found human racial types are based on visual traits. So the most widely found human racial types. So the most commonly found human racial types are based on visual traits. That means visually you can see the difference. That is the head shape, facial features, nose shape, eye shape and color, skin color, stature, blood groups, etc. So the most widely found human racial types are based on visual traits such as head shape, facial features, nose shape, eye shape and color, skin color, stature, blood groups, etc. So based on the physical appearance, so you can classify the humans into different races. Okay, so the four world major human races are Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, Australoid. So there are several races in human beings. So the most common, so the major world human races are Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid and Australoid. So first, Caucasoid. So the Caucasoid is known as European race. So the Caucasoid is known as European race. So this group is the one with the fair skin and the dark brown eyes. So this race, the people belong to this race have fair skin and the dark brown eyes, wavy hair. So wavy hair means having curves and not straight. So their hair was not straight. They have curves, and narrow nose. So the Caucasoid are also found in Eurasia. Eurasia means so between Europe and Asia. So they lie in the region of Europe and Asia continent. Yeah. So the Caucasoid is also known as European race. Yeah. So the most of the European people so belongs to this race, Caucasoid. Yeah. So they were distributed in the Asia region also, Asia continent also. Yeah. So this group is the one with the fair skin and dark brown eyes, wavy hair and a narrow nose. Yeah. So the Caucasoid are also found in Eurasia. The Negroid. So the Negroid, so they have the dark eyes, black skin, black woolly hair. Yeah, so if you see the hairs of the Negroes, yeah, it is woolly. That is, it is like a curl hair. Yeah, then wide nose, long head, and thick lips. Yeah, so their lips are thick. Yeah, so they are living in different parts of Africa. Yeah, so Negroid, so they have dark eyes, black skin, black woolly hair, wide nose, long head and thick lips. They are living in different parts of Africa. Yeah, so Caucasoid, they are living in Asia, Europe and Asia, especially in Europe. Yeah, and also in some part of Asia. But Negroid, so they live in Africa. So they live in different parts of Africa. Then Mongolites. So the Mongoloid race is commonly known as Asian American race. So the Mongoloid race is commonly known as Asian and American race. The Mongoloid have the light yellow to brown skin. So the Mongoloid have the light yellow to brown skin. Then straight hair, so flat face, broad head and medium nose. Yes, so the Mongoloid have light yellow to brown skin. Yes, so this color of the skin is from light yellow to brown. So they have straight hair. Then they have flat face and the head is broad, so broad head and medium nose. Yeah. So such people are found in Asia and Arctic region. Yeah. So Mongoloids, so they were found in Asia and Arctic region. Yeah. So commonly they were found in the countries like China. Yeah. So and in some countries like Mongolia, etc. Yeah. So Mongoloids. So this race is commonly known as Asian American race. So they have light yellow to brown color skin, straight hair, flat face, broad head and medium nose. Yeah, so such people are found in Asia and Arctic region, especially in some parts of India, yeah, so China, Japan. So these country people, so they similarly look like the Mongoloid people. Australites. So Australites have wide nose, curly hair, dark skin and short in height. Yeah, so Australites have wide nose, curly hair, dark skin and short in height. So they are living in Australia and Asia. Yeah, Australians have wide nose, curly hair, dark skin and short in height. Yeah, so they are living in Australia and Asia. Yeah, so these are the four human races. Yeah, so Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid and Australoid. So Caucasoid, they belong to Europeans. Yeah, so mostly the Europeans race belongs to so Caucasoid. Yeah, so then Negroid, so they are seen in Africa, so they distributed in different parts of Africa. Mongoloid, so they were Asian American race. Yeah, so they were distributed in Asia Arctic region. Yeah, then Australites, yeah, so they are living in Australia and Asia. Yeah, these are the four major human races, so distributed in the world. Then races of India. So we have discussed about the four major races of world. So now the races of India. So what are the common races so found in India? So what are the common human races found in India? So India is said to be one of the cradle land of human civilization. So cradle. So what do you mean by cradle? Yeah, so small bed. So used for baby for sleeping. So that can be moved here and there. So nothing but. So you can say in Tamil that is Tottil. So India is said to have one of the cradle land of human civilization. So cradle lands means, so consider it may be a land. So it is a birthplace for many civilization. The ancient Indus Valley civilization you have learned in your previous classes. So in 6th standard you learn about the ancient civilization. So India we have Indus Valley civilization. So that ancient Indus Valley civilization in India is believed to have been of Dravidian origin in northern India. So the ancient Indus Valley civilization, it was believed that it belongs to Dravidians. So the Dravidian people were pushed south when the Indo-Aryan came in later. So you know about the Indus Valley civilization. So that belongs to the Dravidian people. So it was thought, so the Dravidian people so pushed, so they were forced to move to south of India, so because of the Aryan invasion. So South India was dominated by the three Dravidian kingdoms. So South India, so later it was dominated by the three Dravidian kingdoms. So what are the three kingdoms that ruled South India? Yeah, the Chera, the Chola, and the Pandya. Yeah. Then the Dravidian languages are Tamil, Telugu, Kannadam, Malayalam, and Tulu. Yeah. So almost all the Dravidians live in southern part of India. Yeah. So if you take northern part of India, it was dominated by the Aryans. Yeah. So Indo-Aryans. Yeah. If you take South India, it was dominated by the Dravidians. Yeah. So it includes Andhra, Karnataka, then Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Yeah. So these four major states. Yeah. So includes the Dravidian population. Yeah, so their languages were Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and Tulu. Yeah, so the Dravidians, so they live in the southern part of India. So the India is said to be one of the cradle land of human civilization. The ancient Indus Valley civilization in India is believed to have been of Dravidian origin. Yeah, so the ancient Indus Valley people, it was thought that they belong to Dravidian origin in northern India. So they were pushed to south when Indo-Aryans came. Yeah, so the Indo-Aryans pushed the Dravidian people in the Indus Valley region to south of India. Yeah. So later the South India was dominated by the three Dravidian kingdoms, that is the Chera, Chola, Pandya. Yeah, so you learn in Tamil in another subject also, that is the Moovendars. Yeah. Then the Dravidian languages are Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and Tulu. Then religion. Religion means a particular system of faith and worship. So religion means nothing but a particular system of faith and worship. So we follow different religion. That means so we have different faith and we worship different gods. So which brings a human being with a human society. So religion means a particular system of faith and worship which brings a human being with a human society. Religion is a symbol of group identity and a cultural rallying point. So rallying point means to come together. So religion is a symbol of group identity. It is a symbol of group identity and a cultural rallying point. So religion means a particular system of faith and worship which brings a human being with a human society. Religion is a symbol of group identity and a cultural rallying point. So classification of religion. So religion is commonly classified into three types. That is universalizing religion, ethnic religion, tribal or traditional religion. So religion is classified into three types. Universalizing religion, that is it was followed almost in many parts of the world, that is Christianity, Islam and Buddhism. Then ethnic religion, so it is connected with a particular ethnic, it is connected with a particular principle, that is Judaism, Hinduism and Shintoism. Ethnic religion includes Judaism, Hinduism and Shintoism. Then tribal religion, so some of the tribal people, so they have their own religion. So that is animism, shamanism and shaman. Okay, wow. So religion was classified into three types: universalizing religion, ethnic religion, tribal or traditional religion. So universalizing religion, so Christianity, Islam and Buddhism. So this religion was followed in many countries. Okay, then ethnic religion, so Judaism, Hinduism, Shintoism. So Hinduism, so commonly followed in India and in some parts of the world. So they have some principles. So they have some particular principles. So that is ethnic religion. Then third one, tribal or traditional religion. So followed by the tribal people, so tribal community, animism, shamanism and shaman. So these are the religion, so practiced by the people of world. Then language. So language is a great force of socialization. So language is a great force of socialization. So language, either in the written or oral form, is the most common type of communication. So language is the most common type of communication. Initially, so human beings so have no language skill. So just by using the signs and symbols, so they express their things, they express their thoughts. But later languages were developed. So it is the most common method of communication. So imagine what happen if there is no language. It is very difficult for the people to communicate. So language, either in the written or oral form, is the most common type of communication. Language promotes the transmission of ideas and the functioning of political, economic, social and religious system. So language, so it promotes the transmission of ideas. So you can transmit, you can exchange your ideas, so which includes maybe political idea, economic, social and religious ideas. So how can you express your ideas? Only by the way of communication, that is through language. So the major languages in the world are Tamil, Hindi, Chinese, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Arabic and German. Yeah, so the major languages, so the languages spoken by the people of the world. Yeah, so there are thousands of languages spoken in world. Yeah, so among them, so some of the important languages were Tamil, Hindi, Chinese, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Arabic, and German. So languages of India. So India has many language and culture. So India is a country with people speaking many language and they have different culture. Each state has its own language. So there are 28 states. So each state has its own language. Some among them, 22 major languages are recognized by the Indian Constitution. Some among them, so 22 languages were recognized by the Indian Constitution. So in North India, so people speak Kashmiri, Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi, Rajasthani, Gujarati, Bengali, and Assamese. In North India, so people spoke Kashmiri, Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi, Rajasthani, Gujarati, Bengali, and Assamese. At the same time, in South India, so the people of South India belongs to Dravidian race. So they speak Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, etc. So these languages are mainly spoken in South India. So Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam. So these four languages, so they were commonly spoken in South India. Okay, so language, so the use of language has nowadays changed. It is often used as a communication skill. So language, it is used as a communicational skill. So with different means of communication and a fast moving world, advancement in technology helps to understanding the different languages very easily. So nowadays, so we are in technological world. It is very useful for us to understand different languages. So nowadays, so people have so that technology instrument which is used for understanding the language. So so nowadays our Prime Minister, so recently our Prime Minister, so Modi, had a discussion with some people from Tamil Nadu. So have you heard about that in news? So a few days before, Modi had a discussion with a Tamil person. So he was running a barber shop with some of the books. So he had a library in his shop. So our Prime Minister, so during his Man Ki Baat program, so he communicated with that person. So if you have doubt means just see the news. So often you have to see news. So apart from seeing other channels, you have to watch news also. So in that program, so our Prime Minister, so had some discussion with that Tamil person. So that barber. So he spoken in Tamil language only. Sometimes he spoke in English, or sometimes he use his own language, Gujarati or Hindi. But that was transmitted to other persons, so other non-Hindi persons in their own language. So our Prime Minister and others are going to various countries. And also India is a country with various language speaking people. So how they communicate? So because of this technological development, so they can be easily translated. So now, so language is used for communication. It develops our communication skill. Okay, so these technologies have really brought the world closer. So because of this technology development, so the world became shorter. So the world became very close. Then the settlement. So we have discussed about the four major races of world. So the four major human races. Then the religion. So that is the races of India. So commonly, so Dravidian race and Aryan race. Then the religion, so practiced by the people of the world. Then language, so language of the world and languages of India. Then the settlement. So settlement is a place where people live and interact through activities such as agriculture, trading, and entertainment. So settlement is a place where people live and interact through activities. So where the people live and interact among themselves through activities such as agriculture, trading, and entertainment. So settlement, so commonly classified into two types. So rural settlement and urban settlement. So a rural settlement is a community involving predominantly in primary activities. So rural settlement means so community where so primary activities is dominated. So primary activities includes agriculture, lumbering, fishing, and mining. So lumbering means rearing of cattle. So lumbering, fishing, and mining. An urban settlement engages in secondary and tertiary activities. Yeah, so if a settlement, so the population, if the people of a settlement involves in primary activities means, then it is called as rural settlement. Yeah, if the people involves in secondary and tertiary activities means, then it is called as urban settlement. Yeah, so such as industries, trade and banking. Yeah, a rural settlement tend to have a small population and a low population density. Yeah, so if you take rural settlement, so it have a small population and low population density. But if you take urban settlement, so it have a large population and population density, so high population density. Yeah, so settlement is nothing but so the place where people live and interact with each other through activities such as agriculture, trading, entertainment, etc. Yeah, so settlement is classified into two types, so rural activity and urban activity, rural settlement and urban settlement. So rural settlement means so people involved in primary activities. Urban settlements, so people involved in secondary activities, secondary and tertiary activities. Yeah. So site and situation refers to the location of the actual settlement. The initial choice of a site for settlement depends on how it is useful for meeting our daily needs like water supply, availability of farmland, building material and fuel, etc. Yeah. So site and situation. Yeah. So refers to the location of the actual settlement. Yeah, so it refers to the location of actual settlement. Yeah, so people, so if they want to settle in a particular place means, so they look out some needs. Yeah, so they depend on some needs, that is water supply, farmland, building material, etc. Yeah, so if they get these things means, then they try to settle in that place. So old house types. So in the early period of human settlement, houses were built using local materials. So in the early period, so human settlements. So the houses were built using local materials. So the form of the houses was closely related to the environment. So the form of the houses closely related to the environment. So in the agricultural region, so houses were built with mud walls. So mud means water with sand. Yeah, so water. So that is soil, so mixed with water. Yeah, so built with mud walls, and the roof was made of stalks of paddy or other crops of grass or thatch. Okay, so local wood was used to provide frame for the roof. Yeah, so local wood. So the wood which was got in their surroundings, yeah, so was used for roof. Yes, used for supporting the stock. Okay, so such old houses had wide verandas and an open air circulation. Yes, in old house you can see wide verandas and an open air circulation. The size of the house depended on the economic status of its inhabitants. Yes, so the size of the house depended on the economic status of its inhabitants. Yes, in earlier period, so of human settlement, houses were built using local materials. So the form of the house was closely related to the environment. In the agricultural regions, houses were built with mud walls, and the roof was made of stalks of paddy or other crops of grass or thatch. Local wood was used to provide frame for the roof. So such old houses had wide verandas and an open air circulation. The size of the house depended on the economic status of its inhabitants. Yeah, so the size of the house, it depends on the economic status of its inhabitants. Patterns of settlements. So settlements are classified into compact settlement and dispersed settlement. So settlements, so nothing but so the place where people live and interact with each other. Yeah. So settlements are classified into compact settlement and dispersed settlement. So compact settlement is also known as nucleated settlement. Yeah. So compact settlement, it is also known as nucleated settlement. So in this type, large number of houses are built very close to each other. So such settlement develop along the river valleys and fertile plains. Yeah. So compact settlement. So in this type, so large number of houses are built very close to each other. Yeah. So such settlement are developed along the river valleys and fertile plains. So in India, compact settlements are found in the northern plains and the coastal plains of peninsular India. So in India, so the compact settlement, you can see compact settlement in northern plains and also in the coastal plains of peninsular India. So settlements, so classified into compact settlement and dispersed settlement. Then the dispersed settlement. So dispersed settlements, so are generally found in the areas of extreme climate. that means the climate may be very hot or very cold. Yeah. Then hilly tracts, that is in the hilly region. So thick forest, grassland, then areas of extensive cultivation. Yeah. In the settlement, houses are spaced far apart and after interspersed with field. Yeah, so dispersed settlement. So the houses are not built very close. Yeah, so they are dispersed. Yeah, so in between the houses, so there may be a field. Yeah, in India, this type of human settlement is found in the northern Kosi tract. So Kosi means a river. Yeah, so run in the Bihar region, Bihar state. Yeah, so in that region, so Kosi tract, the Ganga Delta, the Thar desert of Rajasthan, and the foothill of the Himalayas and the Nilgiris. Yeah, so in this region, you can see the dispersed settlement. See here, so people, so they won't build their house close together. Yeah, so they were dispersed. Yeah, so you can see the houses here and there only. Yeah. So dispersed settlements are generally found in the areas of extreme climate, hilly tracts, thick forest, grassland, areas of extensive cultivation, and in these settlements, so houses are spaced far apart and after interspersed with field. Yeah. So in India, this type of human settlement are found in northern Kosi tract, Ganga Delta, Thar desert of Rajasthan, the foothills of Himalayas, and the Nilgiris. Okay, students, so in this class, so we have discussed about the four major world human races, that is Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, and Australoid. Then we discussed about the races of India. India, so said to be one of the cradle land of human civilization. So Dravidian civilization, Dravidian race, and also Aryan race. So northern part of India dominated by the Aryans, while South India so dominated by the Dravidians. Then the religion, so means so nothing but the particular system of faith and worship. So people have some faith so in a particular nature, in a particular force. So that is religion. So the classification of religion. Then the language. So the common languages, the major languages spoken in world. Then the languages of India. Then we discussed about the settlement. So nothing but the people live and interact in a particular place is called as settlement. Then the old house type. So how the houses were built in the olden days. Then the patterns of settlement, that is compact settlement and dispersed settlement. Okay, students. So today's class over. So in tomorrow's class, we will discuss about the hierarchy of settlement, that is rural settlement and urban settlement. Okay, so take your book. So take page number 164. So textbook reading. Yeah, take page 164. So see the heading, races of India and religion. So read that two heading. So stand up and read it loudly. Yeah. Then homework. So take page number 170. Sixth Roman letter. So first three questions. So what are the classification of races? Page number 163. So near to that QR code. So the right hand side, first line, the major world human races are Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, Australia. Okay, so you have to write the major world human races are Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, and Australoid. So that is the answer for first question. Then second question, what is language? Page number 164. So language is a great force of socialization. Language, either in the written or oral form, is the most common type of communication. Yeah. Then third question, define settlement. Page number 165. So see the heading settlement. In that first point, settlement is a place where people live and interact through activities such as agriculture, trading, and entertainment. Write it in your homework note and read it well. So thank you. Have a nice day.